What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog, back with my Browns Chargers Week 5 recap. And for the third time this season, the Browns found a new and creative way to lose as they fought to the Chargers by a final score of 30-28, thanks in large part to not one, but two missed field goals by Cade York, as well as a very, very bad interception by Jacoby Brissett on a play where Jacoby could have ran the ball in for a touchdown, or at least he could have got us in position for a very manageable fourth down conversion. For some reason, he decided to try to throw the ball to Amari Cooper in the back of the end zone. And of course, there was a defender right there in front of him, between him and Cooper, and the defender picked it off. And honestly, when that happened, we all thought the game was over. We thought there's no way we're going to get the ball back, right? Well, the defense said, hold up, we got you. We hadn't done all game, but we're going to do something now. And for some reason, the Chargers went for it on 4th and 2 in their own territory when they could have easily just punted it and put us deep in our own territory with just over a minute to go, and I believe no timeouts. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we all know how our offense does in those situations. But for some reason, Brandon Staley decided, hey, you know what? Let's go for it here. And what do you know? Our defense actually stopped them. It's actually the second time they went for it on 4th down, and we stopped them both times. I think that's freaking crazy. And of course, we could have moved the ball a little bit closer for Cade, but in typical Browns fashion, the offense kind of, gets stuck in the mud a little bit. They did move the ball a tad, a little closer, but they couldn't get any closer than 54 yards away, and Cade York missed wide right. So we're 2-3 instead of 3-2. And if you ask me, if we even had a semi-competent defense, we could easily be 4-1 right now. But no, here we are, 2-3. And you know who we got coming up next week? Bill Belichick and the Patriots. Oh boy. And if you ask me, it doesn't even matter who they have at quarterback. Whether it's Mac Jones, Brian Hoyer, the rookie Zappy. Heck, they could find someone off the street on Saturday, bring him in, game day, and say, here you go, buddy. Go out there and play for us. Sorry we couldn't get you into practice, but, things happen. Bet you we'd let some scrub off the street shred us. That's just the way Joe Woods is right now. No pressure on Justin Herbert. Joe Herbert, you might as well say Joe Montana. It's what he looked like against us. I mean, we were lucky he didn't go for 300 yards passing on us. But you know what happened, though? He went for 238 yards rushing. Yeah, that's right. Joe Woods let one of the worst rushing offenses in the NFL come into his house and run all over him. 34 carries, 238 total yards, 2 touchdowns. An average of 7 yards per carry. Austin Eckler himself, 16 carries, 173 yards, and a touchdown. My God. Joe Woods is really starting to piss me off, man. But you know what? Nothing's going to change. Next week, we're going to face off against the Patriots, and they're probably going to do the same thing to us. We saw what they did to us last year. The only difference is our offense has looked semi-competent this year, thanks to Jacoby and Nick Chubb and company. But it's because the Browns offense has to be just like the Buckeyes offense and scoring on every drive. Because if they punt even once, that's game. Because we know our defense ain't going to get a stop. No. Defense, get a stop? It's funny. Honestly, I should put a piece of duct tape over that D on my poster thing there. Because there ain't no D in Cleveland. Hell no. Kidding me? Defense? Honestly, we should just call Joe Woods Joe Woos. Because there ain't no D. Ah. Call it the E-fence. Because there is no D. This has to be one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. And the thing that really pisses me off is there's so many good players. It's not like past defenses that were a bunch of nobodies. Look at all the big money players we got. Denzel Ward, $100 million cornerback. All right. Got hurt again. You got John Johnson the third. Okay. Jadavian Clowney. At least he somewhat showed up. Miles Garrett. Someone needs to put him on a milk carton because that dude straight up disappeared. The crazy dog. He's coming off a car accident. Yeah, I know. That's why he didn't play last week. But if you didn't know any better, you would have thought he was inactive today. Dude was out there getting cardio. Every time I saw him, the left tackle was essentially sending him on a detour. The dude did not touch Justin Herbert once. He got a fingernail on him, but that's it. We only had one sack today from Jacob Phillips. Like, are we serious right now? We let Justin Herbert carve us up like a pumpkin. And then you got the tackling, or lack thereof. If you didn't know any better, you thought the Chargers had grease on their jerseys because these guys could not tackle. Like, do they practice tackling at all during practice? Damn. If you didn't know any better, you thought they didn't. Right? I mean, I heard they do tackling drills. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. From what I've seen, you doesn't seem like it, right? And it really sucks because we wasted another great game from Nick Chubb. 17 carries, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns from Chubb. Kareem Hunt, 11 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown. Jacoby Brissett even looked good at times. 21 of 34, 230 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 very bad interception. Did not get sacked. And I'll tell you one thing. One thing about Jacoby that I love is he's so like versatile. He's mobile. There was a couple times in this game where it looked like he was going to get sacked, and then before he knew it, he just takes off for a big gain. That's one thing I like about him. He's not afraid to take off and run, which is what I wish he would have done when he threw that interception. I don't know. He's probably going to kick himself watching that on film. But like it shouldn't have even come down to that. We should have won this game comfortably. But our defense is out here being optional. Tackling's optional. Offending is optional. Like, what is this, man? This is ridiculous. This is right up there with like the Jim O'Neill defenses or the Ray Horton defenses. People say Greg Williams. Well, yeah, at least Greg Williams' defenses were aggressive. They forced turnovers. This defense can barely even get a turnover. You know? It's like, what is this? It's sad that last week we had more of a pass rush against you know, the team that is kind of the same talent wise, like up front. The Chargers are missing Slater. I think the right tackle got hurt during the game too. We had more of a pass rush last week than this week, and we didn't even have Garrett and Clowney last week. Like, what the heck's the deal? Now we got to face the Patriots. Yay! Can't wait for Bill Belichick to freaking carve up Joe Woods' defense. At this point, it's like, oh, if your offense is struggling, I'm sure you got this, you got the Browns circled because Joe Woods' defense going to allow your offense to get right. Have the worst rushing attack in the league? Have no fear. Joe Woods is here to help it out. And people are saying, oh, he needs to be fired. No, they're not going to fire him. At least not now. And the thing is, people are saying, wait till the draft so we can fix it. Buddy, we have no first round pick for like the next couple years. I don't even know if I can even trust Barry's drafting. Some of the guys have worked out, but you can draft the best players, but Joe Bumass Woods is going to have them looking stupid on the field. Still, it's the thing. It doesn't matter who you draft or who you sign because our lovely D coordinator is going to have them looking stupid. You can draft the best press man corner in the country, but oh, Joe Woods is going to have him playing zone coverage. Okay, buddy. I don't even know. I'm gonna wrap this video up before I start yelling and screaming because this freaking team is just it's unbearable to watch. It's not even the whole team. The offense is fine. It's the defense that pisses me off, and I'm sure it pisses a lot of you guys off too. And the thing is, nothing's gonna change. Joe Woods is gonna be here for the rest of the year. I wouldn't even be shocked if he's here next year. Wasting a very good season out of Nick Chubb and company, and just can't wait until we start wasting amazing games from Deshaun Watson because Joe Woods can't figure out how to scheme against a freaking rushing attack like Austin Eckler. Guys are always just out of position. The penalties are getting out of hand. Guys are always open. It's honestly just pissing me off. Nothing's gonna change, like I said. I'm sure something will change at some point, but by that time it'll probably be way too late. And like I said, we can't even look forward to the draft because we have no first round pick. At least we got Deshaun Watson though. At least we got a franchise quarterback. We will be in the building on Monday, so that's cool. Yep, yep. But that's gonna wrap it up, guys. And I'll see you all on Tuesday for my Patriots game preview. That should be fun, and we'll see what happens. If I hear anything like Browns news related, maybe some signings. I would like to see us sign a defensive tackle or two, but we seemingly don't care about that now, do we? That's another thing. We have no depth on the interior. And the guys we do have, besides Perion Winfrey and even Jordan Elliott to a point, they're not good. Pokey Eye is eh. Rochelle, I think, has been playing more on the outside. But when it comes to an interior pass rush, we ain't got that. The only time we get any pressure from the interior is if we move Garrett or Clowney inside. Of course, another thing that really pisses me off is Joe Woods' love affair with only rushing 4 instead of bringing an extra 1 or 2 guys to get after Herbert, which is what they did last week. Couldn't tell you how many times they brought an extra rusher against Mariota, but they don't do it against Herbert. No, no, no. They want to give him all the time in the world. I don't even know. I've honestly had enough of Joe Woods, to be honest. But we'll see what happens against the Patriots. And I'm probably going to be here a week from today, right now, ranting and raving about another horrible defensive performance as most likely Bailey Zappi or Brian Hoyer just completely shred us. Oh, it would be so ironic if Brian Hoyer's the one that absolutely kills us. I've never seen a waste of more talent than this defense right now. Wasting all this big money talent that we have. It's freaking crazy. All right, guys. I mean, you look at the Browns, offense today, it's too bad. Cooper, 7 for 76 and a touchdown. Chubb, 17, 134 and 2 tutties. Hunt, 11 for 47 and a touchdown. Offense looked good. Defense, I feel like there's going to be many more games like this where the offense looks good, but the defense looks like garbage. Yep. Can't wait to start ranting and raving about wasted Deshaun Watson games. Unless, Joe Woods turns up when Watson gets here. But at this point, it's like we got to be like the Buckeyes. Got to score every possession. Because once you punt that one time, you're going to give up. You just know you're going to give up a touchdown the other way. It's pretty sad when I can predict that our defense is going to give up a touchdown. We gave up a 99-yard touchdown drive. And I'm pretty sure I predicted it in the stream, too. I did that last year against the Patriots, too. You'd think, oh, we got them pinned down in their own territory. I'm like, they're going to score. Because Joe Woods' defense is trash. No other way to put it. Garbage. No pressure at all. And when we do get pressure, there's a guy wide open down the field. So it doesn't even matter. But whatever. I'm going to end this video before I freaking start throwing things. All right, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Browns. I'll see you guys Tuesday. I'm out.